Alright, so good morning, dear ladies and gents. Welcome to this lovely, was it today? Tuesday, here in South Africa. Today is, of course, Heritage Day, so it is a public holiday for us. And then we just quickly do that so you guys can see the dates and stuff. Whenever it wants to start working. Okay, that doesn't look like it wants to start working anytime soon. There we go. Alright, so the last couple of days, I haven't been consistently trading or consistently on doing my live videos. The way I trade, because I trade on the 6 hours and I'm a swing trader, so I don't necessarily have to go on every day and trade. Yeah, plus I had a couple of good shows. My schedule is so rough because I am a musician, so yeah, I've got a ton of shows to do, and usually on Mondays I'm trying to recover the vocals because I sing a lot. I sing some rock and roll stuff, but mostly concentrating on opera. That's my forte, is opera music, so I do sing a lot of opera, and it takes a lot out of your vocals. So usually on Mondays I rest the vocals, but yeah, let's see what the trades have done. I think I put these trades in last week already, and so far the euro yen is doing good. It's on the upside, looks like it's going to move towards the upside. The euro USD, I'm very unsure of this euro USD. Reason being, usually the euro USD and the pound USD walk concurrently. What the one does, usually the other one does. So if I look at the pound, you can see the pound is shooting towards the upside, where the euro is still down here, and I'm sure that it is going to shoot towards the upside. So to keep myself out of harm's way, I'm going to move my stop loss here to break even. Basically just to break even, because I am sure that it is probably going to pull towards the upside. Because usually what the one does, the other one does. So I can see the pound shot up to the upside, so it gives me an idea that the euro might follow suit. Okay, let's go to the US yen. So the US yen is on the way to the upside. This is giving me I think about what do we got, $4 up on that one already. Alright, so we might see a rise coming from the upside, coming from the US dollar, but with the political turmoil and the voting and everything that's happening in the United States at the moment, yeah, we're gonna go into some heavy, rough waters, especially now with wars breaking out left, right, and center. Look, war is bad. It's not good for people dying, and war is never a good thing. It's never a good thing. But if you look at it from a market standpoint of view, people make money during troubled times. My thinking is probably in this week I'm going to look for an opportunity on the oil, and I'm going to buy some oil, but for the long term. Reason being, if you look at the Ukraine war, when the Ukraine-Russian war started, oil was at a very low point, and when the war started, oil shot up like a cannonball. Okay, so the prices of oil went up with that war. So if Iran and Israel go into full-scale war now, and if China takes on Taiwan, if all hell breaks loose, oil prices are gonna absolutely skyrocket. Every time there's turmoil in the world or there's problems in a country, it reflects on the markets. So I'm hesitant when it comes to the US yen. Um, because of what happens in the US at the moment. Look, if November comes and Donald Trump is elected, I do foresee the dollar growing in strength. I do foresee the dollar growing in strength quite dramatically. Um, but I think before that time we're going to have probably some declaration of war coming from Iran and Israel and Palestinian, and there's a whole explosive situation brewing there. So, which, if you look at the market, if you look at the right things, like metals, gold, oil, some stocks, you will definitely, if you find the right stocks, you will find good opportunities to make money in the market. So my go-to is oil. Usually when I think war is or a declaration of war or something is imminent, I do tend to buy oil because it has been beneficial in the past for me to do that, especially with the Ukraine war. When that started, I was buying oil left, right, and center. So and it was really beneficial to me to do that. Made a couple bucks on that. So it's just my thought on that. So we might not see traditional trading, especially moving closer to November with the voting in the United States. We might see very abnormal movement in the market. So my technique or my strategy that I use for trading won't be as effective. You'll have to go with the movement of the market, or you'll have to pay special attention to the news and so forth to actually make money in the market. In times of turmoil and so forth, strategies don't usually play a role in making money. So just have to say that up front, that I might change things up going forward a little bit because of big events on the horizon. All right, so let's quickly get to the pound USD. The pound USD is actually nicely on its way to the upside. It looks like it's climbing. I just want to go to the daily. I just want to see where it potentially may go, the pound USD, where it might head to, and then we can make a decision from there on. Okay, I already did mark it out there. I did mark it out. So yeah, we do see quite a nice resistance over here. That was support. There was support and turned resistance again. So I'm gonna wait and see. Let me just move this one up to the upside because it's just not at the right place there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait and see. Wait for price action. Yeah, I'm going to wait for price action to get to that level over there, which looks like it's close to. It has formed a nice trend line over there. Once it gets to that level over there, the 1.34799, I will probably look for some selling opportunities. So I'll wait for a break of structure, retest break of structure, then I'll climb in for a selling position. Hopefully the euro doesn't follow suit and do the same thing, but I think that was a top for the euro. Let me just go to the daily on the euro as well. So if you're not sure, what I like to do when I'm not sure of what is happening, or when I'm waiting for a move to happen, I usually go out to the daily time frame, and then I can mark out some structures. I can see where what is happening. Okay, this is a nice accumulation zone. Basically, you can see that we have ranging market there in the zone. So that's why I marked off this zone. So we might see a pop to the upside over here in that ranging market, and then a fall to the downside, all depending on the war in the Middle East. It's all depending on what happens in the Middle East now, with Israel attacking certain areas in Iran, Hezbollah or whatever the people's name is. I'm not too clued up with the names. but basically attacking or basically bombing inside Iran. So tensions in the Middle East might rise, and that will definitely affect the euro, the pound, and all those countries around the Swiss. It will definitely have an impact on those currencies. So we have to pay close attention to the news and the latest happenings when it pertains to war and attack and stuff like that, because that definitely plays an impact or a role in the market. I started a bit earlier this morning because I've got a show again today. It is a public holiday, so I've got a show, a braai. We call it Nationale Braaidag, National Braai Day, or as the Americans say, barbecue. Here in South Africa, we don't call it barbecue, we call it braai. Yes, we braai anything. So it's on an open fire, wood fire or coal fire, and then we put either lamb chops or some beef or vors, any type of meat we can find, we put on a braai. And not just meat, we cook veggies on the braai. We cook mealies, corn on the braai. So we toast bread on the braai. So today is all about braai. It's a lekker South African holiday. So I've got a show today as well because it's a national holiday, well, a South African holiday. Okay, so why I also thought of entering the sell in this one as well, because I've got a double top here as well. You can see this one is a double top over there, and that's why I'm in a selling position in this market over here. I do think the euro is not going to follow suit and go all the way up to this level. Let me just mark out the next level there quickly. I just want to mark out this next level. Up to that level over there, because that's within the ranging market or in the accumulation zone. I call it accumulation zone because you can see that money have been accumulating there in the past. This zone is usually where you get a bit of a ranging motion. Now I did mark this whole area as a range as well, because this is a ranging market. Market was moving sideways here, so that's why I marked this whole area off as a range. I do see a double top over there. It's a nice trend line over there. There's a lot of indications that we might see a drop in the market. Okay, especially if war breaks out in the Middle East, you will definitely see the euro and the pound drop them dramatically as well. But it might go up. It's all depending on where they stand in the greater scheme of things. But just for you guys, then especially this channel is for new traders. I'm giving you advice on things you need to look out for while you're trading. Trading is not just working on your chart. You have to have you don't have to have an extensive knowledge of what's happening in the world, but you need to have some sort of knowledge of what is happening in the world. And because that is definitely going to have an influence on your trading. All right, so just as we go along, I did say next year I'm gonna start incorporating the news and so forth as well. For now, we're working on the chart, but yeah, with the tensions rising in the Middle East, I'm not too sure if those explanations, I'm trying to find the right words, will be good enough for you guys to understand. So I'm going to try and explain things as we go along. As much as I can. I wanted to work on chart work first for half a year, and then work on chart work and news for the latter part of the year. Okay, so but we might have to push that the news events a bit earlier than the start of January. Okay, so from a trading point of view, from a chart point of view, I do see is resistance at this level. This is a good, nice resistance level. I do see a double top over there, and I do see indication of prices moving towards the downside. Now, the pound USD didn't give me much help as it came to the way down. We might see it still come down, because if you look at this and look at that, you do see I just want to reverse out a little bit. You do see that move there within the ranging market, and you see that move there within the ranging market, because this is still a ranging market. So I do think we're going to see a turnaround, a way down on the pound USD. Then I might jump in for a selling opportunity on the pound USD as well. All right, so it's all depending on what happens. Okay, let's go back to my time frame, which is 6 hours. I like that. Let's move the chart over. So let's break this down. Let's see, or the way I trade. So I need to look for the recent swing low, which is there. That is the recent swing low, because that high broke the previous high. I don't count that as a swing or anything. It's just one little doji, one little candle, one small little candle there. No, it's not significant. So this is my recent swing low. So what I'm going to wait for, or what I'm going to be looking for as it comes to the pound USD, is I'm going to wait for this price to break this structure. How my trading style works is break of structure, retest, break of structure, then jump into the market. Alright, so I have to wait for this to turn around. I do see there's a little bit of volume in the market, and for those of you who see the chart, how I trade, this is how I trade. I don't use any indicators. I don't have moving averages and green dots, and there is such a huge amount of stuff out there. I don't have any of that. I purely work with price action, and I do have a volume indicator, a vertical volume indicator, which is free on this platform, which is free on metadata. You can just look for the vertical volume. I just want to see where the most buyers or sellers is in the market. So it spikes up where there's more buyers and sellers, where there's more money in the market. So it just shows me more or less which direction to go. If you do trade with that, you can trade with this volume indicator only. You can, and you can keep that line there on where the most buyers or where the most money is. If you do see price come down and break that low over there, then you can also, get an early indication of jumping in for a selling opportunity or so forth. But that's very high risk trading. It's very high risk. I will probably explain that way of trading also, but later on, because I do use that sometimes in my trading style, or when I'm in a difficult situation, and I do think we're going to use it a lot now if full-blown war starts, or with the voting coming in November in the States. If Donald Trump wins, we're going to use the volume indicator a lot, because markets are going to be very volatile during these periods. So yeah, just to keep an eye on it, and just to prepare yourself mentally for it, so you guys don't you think you've got a strategy that works and now it doesn't work anymore, so your strategy just doesn't work, you're going to chuck it out the window. No, certain times markets react differently, but it's all to do with news and stuff like that, what's happening in the world. Alright, so I do think I'm going to look for some oil opportunities, but not today, because unfortunately I have to get dressed and get going. But definitely tomorrow I'll go online quickly. I don't think tomorrow, because I've got to take a car through to tomorrow afternoon. I'll go online again, and I'll look at the oil, and I'll explain the oil and what I'm looking for as it comes to oil and so forth, just to get myself ready for, in case full-scale war breaks out in the Middle East, then at least I am in the oil, and I'm in a good position to make some money. I know it sounds horrible. I know, as I'm saying this now, I know it sounds horrible to make money off people's death, because that's basically what it is. It's a nasty world we're living in, a very, very nasty world. I hope war doesn't break out. I hope people doesn't get killed. It's not what I'm advocating for, but we can't control. I as a single person, I can't control what happens in the world. I can only look for opportunities. That's all I can do. But anyways, from my side, please have a good one. And I'll definitely see you guys, I think, tomorrow. I'm not going to go too much on the gold. The gold is on its way to the upside. So as long as it's on its way to the upside, I'm not looking for anything. I'm a seller. I'm a bear when it comes to gold. So I'm looking for selling opportunities from this big, huge move to the upside. Because this was a magnificent move from there. It's just been going up and up and up. This was a huge move to the upside. So I'm definitely waiting for gold to break down. I can't zoom out more and use a reference because gold has never been this high. There's no previous record of gold. Like what I did with the pound USD, I could go back and see, oh, there was a support, there was a resistance. With gold, it's never been this high. So there is no previous resistance or support or something to go by. You just have to go by where the market goes and wait for your opportunities and wait for gold to break down to the downside, and then from there on you can start making plan. Let me just go back down to the 30-minute. I can actually just go in quickly again because I trade gold on the 30-minute time frame. I went out to the 6-hour to have a good look at what the market is doing or what gold is doing. Sometimes you can get lost being too close the whole time. You don't have a proper view. Sometimes you have to reverse out to bigger time frames. You're going to get a proper view of what's happening in the market. Alright, so let me just reverse out here a little bit. I just want to make my previous swing low. That's low there. Alright, so that there is the previous swing low. So if price action decides to break down, break of structure, retest, break of structure, then I'll jump in for a selling opportunity on the gold. I'm waiting for a selling opportunity on the gold. That's what I'm waiting for. But I don't think it's likely we're going to see it anytime soon because of, like I said earlier, whenever there's uncertainty, like in the US, with the left and the right, and there's a lot of anger and a lot of uncertainty brewing within the United States. So, and there's a lot of uncertainty within the world itself. So people tend to go towards something that is stable, which is gold. Gold is a universal, so that's why the price of gold is going up, because a lot of people see the tensions in the world, and so they go for security, which is gold. That's why gold is climbing. I'm going to wait for gold, and I don't think I will jump in for a selling opportunity in case all hell breaks loose in the Middle East. Then gold is probably going to skyrocket all the way up to the 3,000 mark easily. It can easily happen. It can very easily happen because people tend to buy gold when shit's going down. Alright, so just keep that in the back of your mind as you are trading this week so that you don't get lost or get distracted from what's happening. Alright, but from my side, please have a good day. I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon. I don't know what time. I'm going to be back, but I will definitely go online, and the video is, and I do post the videos. You can go back on all my videos. Please like, share, and subscribe for no BS trading. Yes, please help us build this channel, build this community to save as many new traders as we can. That's the reason this channel is here, is for new traders, and to keep new traders out the trap of these so-called trading gurus that are selling you courses that don't work. They are just scam artists, scamming new traders, breaking their spirit, taking their money, and that's why I've got my channel. Everything here is free. I'm not going to sell you anything. I don't have a Discord. I don't have a Telegram. I don't have nothing like that. I just trade live on YouTube so that there can be no finger pointing or no whatever. I just trade. If you find value in it, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below if there's something you want me to have a look at, and I'll do it with my next live video. From my side, cheers. Have a good one. I like it. Here we go. Cheers, cheers.